Out to play ya, take some one by one, yeah. Better put your guard up before you get let down. Better know when to stop. She's a heartbreaker, a little dangerous, running through your mind with a razor. You might not see how she plays with your heart. She's a heartbreaker, a heartbreaker. Better put your guard up before you get let down. Better know when to stop.
She's a savage, savage.
She's a heartbreaker, a little dangerous, running through your mind with a razor. You might not see how she plays with your heart. She's a heartbreaker, a heartbreaker.
She's a savage, savage. She's a savage, savage.
Way up in the clouds, got you wrapped around her fingers. She's not scared about making your spine shiver. She's a savage, causing damage. Way up in the clouds, yeah. Better put your guard up before you get let down. Better know when to stop. She's a heartbreaker, a little dangerous, running through your mind with a razor. You might not see how she plays with your heart. She's a heartbreaker, a heartbreaker. When you're up at night, busy with overthinking, she'll be going out, looking for her next victim. She's a player, out to play ya, take some one by one, yeah. Better put your guard up before you get let down. Better know when to stop. She's a heartbreaker, a little dangerous, running through your mind with a razor. You might not see how she plays with your heart. She's a heartbreaker, a heartbreaker. Better put your guard up before you get let down. Better know when to stop.
She's a savage, savage.
She's a heartbreaker, a little dangerous, running through your mind with a razor. You might not see how she plays with your heart. She's a heartbreaker, a heartbreaker.
She's a savage, savage. She's a savage, savage.
Way up in the clouds, got you wrapped around her fingers. She's not scared about making your spine shiver. She's a savage, causing damage. Way up in the clouds, yeah. Better put your guard up before you get let down. Better know when to stop. She's a heartbreaker, a little dangerous, running through your mind with a razor. You might not see how she plays with your heart. She's a heartbreaker, a heartbreaker. When you're up at night, busy with overthinking, she'll be going out, looking for her next victim. She's She's a player, out to play ya. Take some one by one, yeah. Better put your guard up before you get let down. Better know when to stop. She's a heartbreaker, a little dangerous, running through your mind with a razor. You might not see how she plays with your heart. She's a heartbreaker, a heartbreaker. Better put your guard up before you get let down. Better know when to stop.
She's a savage, savage.
She's a heartbreaker, a little dangerous, running through your mind with a razor. You might not see how she plays with your heart. She's a heartbreaker, a heartbreaker.
She's a savage, savage. She's a savage, savage.
Way up in the clouds, got you wrapped around her fingers. She's not scared about making your spine shiver. She's a savage, causing damage. Way up in the clouds, yeah. Better put your guard up before you get let down. Better know when to stop. She's a heartbreak.
Hello, welcome in. I do know that there may be some still in an ad break. Because there's a chance that I'm going to touch the cards, I do a prayer. So, horse-drawn portrait, welcome in. And you're aware of this, that if there's a chance I'm going to touch the cards, I do my prayer. I've chosen the Buddhist prayer today. May all beings have happiness and the causes of happiness. May all be free from sorrow and the causes of sorrow. May all never be separated from the sacred happiness which is sorrowless. And may all live in peace without too much attachment and too much aversion. And live believing in the equality of all that lives. Amen. So yes, it's Feedback Friday. This is where I listen to you and you get to tell me what you would like to. You actually did not know what horse-drawn portrait? That I started with a prayer. Yes, at the start of every stream, if there's a chance I'm going to touch the cards, I say a prayer. But this is the chance where you get to tell me what you would like to see in the stream, give me feedback on a reading you may have had, and interact in a way that the community I've got interacts. And I love that I've got an awesome community on Twitch, because I get to interact with my in-person community quite a bit. I needed that coffee. Yes, I've baked gluten-free lemon muffins for my get-together with my groups. So that's what they get when they come and attend classes with me or have an interactive session with me. So what can I do to make it more like that? I know I can't feed you through the computer, but what would you like to see happen? Horse-drawn portrait? Looks like you're it. So you can, by all means, request a reading if you wish, but take this time to speak up and say what you would like to see. And I don't want anyone saying strip off, because I'm not going to do it. Oh, it doesn't work on mobile, but thank you for letting me know. It was working on desktop because I did have trouble with it at the start. And I'm thinking of taking it down because I seem to get more requests through Instagram messaging than what I do through Etsy. It worked for a while. I sold out an introductory course that was done on Zoom. Yeah, I definitely need the reliable link on my profile. But yes, it was working for a while there. I sold out. I had an interactive Zoom course that ran for 5 Wednesdays, and it seemed to be received well. So I haven't put another one up only because I'm time poor. But yes, I must look at that and take that down. I know I have to look at upgrading my commands. I even had a lecture. I got together with some poker friends last night, and the things I don't know are massive. But I figure I know the cards, I know how to read intuitively. Everybody seems to like that bit. And I do get exhausted on Tuesdays, but I know you guys stay up late to catch it, so it's a symbiotic thing with my audience and myself. But I've got to do more live events. Poker as in cards. Poker and mythical Irish rabbits. Are they the ones that can catch the leprechauns? I know a little bit about Irish mythology, but not a great deal. But yeah, they're big, with big teeth, and apparently they can catch the unicorns, but not unicorns, leprechauns. For some reason I had unicorns on my mind. That's bizarre. But yes, if you've just joined, feel free, you can ask for a reading. This is your requests, whatever your requests. You don't know, Harvey in the Jimmy Stewart movie was one. You can have a reading, horse-drawn portrait. If you have a question, feel free to ask. See, Jimmy Stewart, I'm associating with James Stewart, who did It's a Wonderful Life. Okay. Hello, Sylvie. I'm doing okay. You think that's him? I'm just trying to think of the movie. Oh well, I'll think of it. But you're wanting a read, horse-drawn portrait. Now, Sylvie, this is a Feedback Friday stream. It's where you get to ask me whatever you like. You can give feedback on a reading you've had. You can let me know what you would like to see in the stream. I can feel the nerves, horse-drawn portrait, but it's more you're worried about having to explain. Hi, Charlie. Welcome in. It's more that you don't want to have to explain your situation. You don't want to discuss your situation with anyone. Just let me know if that relates horse-drawn portrait, and then I can turn over the cards. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, there's worry about communicating, but I feel you're going to slip back into what the people you're seeing know about you. And after a delay, you're going to be leading the conversation. It'll be a delay. So I feel it's for 3 days. Can you understand 3 days, horse-drawn portrait? You'll get together as 3 days. Oh, it's not a long time, Charlie. You saw me on Tuesday. The reconcile with an ex would be a good idea. But I do feel the ex is materialistic. And you may have to apologise. 3 should be about right. You may have to apologise for an argument. I feel the ending wasn't on happy terms. But yes, I say go for it. As far as your parents go, there's going to be an awkwardness, but you will initiate the conversation. Okay, I feel there's one parent that worries you over another. The ending was a shame. I get that. But I feel that there's a need to apologise for some actions. And seriously, I do stuff that's wrong and I've got to apologise. So, yeah. I feel it's the one that the parent that associates hard work is always asking about work, is always asking about doing actions. Okay. It might be that only one parent is in the reconciliation and the one that associates work will tag along. Oh, that's okay, Charlie. I do remember seeing you pop up. You're more than welcome in my streams. I do feel there is going to be an ease. And when I say ease, it's not easy, but it's going to be a relief. Prone to a meltdown. Okay, then I feel it's mum that's always asking you about work. I feel mum knows. Sorry, I feel Mum already knows. It's like an ostrich with its head in the sand. They know, but they're pretending it doesn't happen. Yeah, pretending it doesn't happen. Okay. I see that this is going to be a good trip all round. It's going to invoke independence in you for some reason. But that's something you're going to have to share with us on Feedback Friday next week. Or after the trip. Is Mum the one that says, what are you doing with yourself? Ah. Kind of, yeah. Then that's the one that's asking about work. What are you doing with yourself? I feel there's going to be relief at the end of it, and it's going to be liberating independence-wise. So, but I do get a feeling that the ex, yes, go for it. I don't feel they're connected with anyone at the moment. So hopefully that resonates, Horse Drawn Portrait. But I do get a good outcome out of this one. And someone is going to bring up artwork. But I do get independence. So I know there are people in the chat. Feel free to ask away. And this is where the stream is yours. I am going to be doing Love and Other Mysteries on Mondays. And it will be inclusive. You'd love a reading too, Sylvie? Do you have a question? But now's the time, Sylvie, that you get to input what you would like to see changed in the stream. I thought people would jump at the chance to tell me how to do the stream, how to... Okay, sweet dreams, Charlie. Thank you for stopping by. And I do hope you get your schedule of sleep back. Okay. And if you've got a question, Sylvie, just ask. Career. Okay. Sylvie, can you understand someone in the spirit world that had a broken shoulder when they were living? Or a seriously dislocated shoulder? I'll get to your question, but okay. I'll put them back with my guide, and until they can give me info, I was getting a male energy. Seriously, broken shoulder, dislocated shoulder. Okay, now work-wise. I feel you're looking at moving on from where you are. You want a forever job is what I'm seeing. Okay. Okay. It happened decades ago where there was no longer forever jobs. You didn't start a job and stay in it for the rest of your life, like when I was growing up. I don't see a forever job. I see that temporary work would be beneficial to you. I feel being a temp will allow you freedom that you don't have now. And you don't have to get involved in the politics. Every workplace has politics. Trust me, every workplace does. But I feel there's a problem with management where you currently are. I feel you will start temp work. Hello, Blue Moss Dragonette. Welcome in. Sylvie, can you understand starting temp work? Oh, you had some feedback. Exciting stuff. I may have lost Sylvie. Oh, there you go. Yeah. I feel it will suit you because you can control. If you're having a bad day, you can say no to a specific job. And if you're having a good week, you can work all week. And I feel that suits you. So hopefully that resonates, Sylvie. Because I feel it will lead to success. Okay, what's your feedback, Blue Moss Dragonette? What's your feedback? Seriously, this is feedback and... You're welcome, Sylvie. That's just what I was picking up, so we'll see how it plays out. What's your feedback, Blue Moss Dragonette? I'm still getting my voice back from a week ago. Because I love it when you guys give me feedback, and you can give me feedback on the stream too. Oh no! You've been getting a lot of hate for it. Did I say that in a reading or something? It's just, I hate hearing people going through. Well, there you go. Yeah, I can't remember the reading. Most readings I give, by the way, I cannot remember because it's not essentially me doing them. I'm glad you're receiving support from management. I'm getting the impression that there's a friendship there. Through management, there's a friendship. Yeah. Then they're going to have some sort of hate education thing, I think. They need it. They need it. And I get the league situation because where I was last night, there's also a darts league where people who play darts have their league competition. And yeah, welcome in, Prav. I'm doing okay today. Yeah, it's... Some people forget that they had to start somewhere. And similar experience to me last night. All they want to do is win. And it's like, it's social. Have a laugh. Play the game. But have a laugh. And sometimes it doesn't always happen. I would rather go through life with moments of laughter. Yeah. But passionate can also be obnoxious at some time. Yeah, I'd rather go through life with laughter. Life is going to throw you really silly, horrible situations no matter what you do. If you can find a way to laugh, it's like, yeah, it does ruin the fun. But you will notice that if you lead by example in the laughter situation, you will get respect from even the good players. In life, it works that way. If you lead by example rather than worrying about who does the cruel thing, if you lead by example, people tend to have respect for you. Hello, Gemini Jekka, welcome in. But this is my Feedback Friday stream. Usually I have people telling me that I need to upgrade my skills on the commands and... yeah. Letting people be who they are and leading by example. And we should be in a utopian world. But there's still... we're human beings. We have built-in competition. Although I think it's taught over a few generations that there was a competitiveness. But even in... go back to caveman days. There would have been a competitiveness over which hunter brought in their prey. And that included men and women. Men and women have been shown to be both hunters. So there would have been competition over what prey you brought back in. So we're not even getting into a gender specific thing here. Everybody in the tribe hunted. It was necessary for the tribe's survival. I don't mind the rewards for first place, Blue Moss Dragonette. I actually think we as a society started slipping when we had participation certificates. Oh, you turned up. Yay. It's like, it doesn't give anybody an idea of what they're good at. So everybody's wandering around trying to find themselves now. Because they've got no clue of what they excelled at and what they could leave alone. In my example, I am hopeless with anything mechanical. I know the basics for survival, but anything that works on mechanical stuff, yeah. A light, for example. I know how to change the light globe. Beyond that, and my dad, who is now in heaven, he used to come running every time. This is back in the day where there weren't these whiz-bang, what do they call them? Connectors or contacts, fuse boxes. There weren't these whiz-bang fuses that you just needed to flip a switch. You had to wind the wire around the fuse. And I could not get that right. I was shown about 20 or 30 times, and no matter how hard I tried to get it right, I could not get it right. Yeah, changing a light bulb should be celebrated, because there's some people that would just call a handyman in to do it. And I'm starting to find these things out. Well into my 50s, I am starting to find out that some people do not know how to change light bulbs. Or wouldn't even attempt to do it. They're physically capable of doing it, but they won't attempt it. It's crazy. If you can physically do something, give it a go. I don't care if people fail. If you fail at something, it means you tried. And the trying part is the thing that should be celebrated. Not the fact that you got it right or wrong. No. The fact that you gave it a go should be celebrated. And I'm going to need more coffee, I think. This is what I get for baking and icing muffins in a single day. It's really bizarre. And you should all be back from ad break by now. I was just saying, I celebrate people who fail at something. Because they tried. They gave it their best. And it's like, oh, that may not be for you in the future, but who knows? As long as you try, as long as you don't give up before you even start, that should be celebrated. The fact that people try and try their hardest. But anyway, there's no cue today. It's just blurt out whatever you would like in the stream. And we'll take it from there. Yeah, you can't be good at everything, but if you try, it's brilliant. But when I was growing up, we wouldn't get a participation certificate. If we came last, we came last, and everybody would cheer you on to finish. But at the same time, you knew that wasn't for you. But at least you gave it a go. And you didn't give up. So I actually think failure shows more character than success. Success just means you're naturally good at something. Yeah, good on you for being naturally good at it, but are you willing to work on it and get better? No, probably not. If you're naturally good at something, you may want to work on it and get better, but we're living in a different world. And the world now, it's no, I'm good at it, I'm perfect. You're never perfect. Perfection's too hard to maintain long term. Way too hard to maintain long term. I'd rather know that I can do something and then keep adding to my knowledge or keep growing. And it's growing as a person that's more important than growing at an activity. Am I making sense, or am I just waffling on? I can waffle on, but if I'm making sense, just let me know. It does mean something different to everyone, Gemini Jekka, but it's also way too hard to maintain. It's like, in our youth, we can be great at something that as we get older, we either get bored with, or we realise maybe we shouldn't have put so much effort into it. And you can become one-dimensional. If you throw yourself into one thing that you are good at, you can become one-dimensional. But if you try other things and fail, you've tried. And the failure actually brings knowledge, which brings success. All of my successes in life involved a failure at some point. And me being a typical Scorpio, if I failed at something, I tried really hard to get it right. I didn't give up. And stubbornly so. But it also involves understanding and encouragement. So if someone's not great at something, I will encourage them to keep going. I will, even though I physically can't do it myself anymore. Skateboarding. I can remember teaching Mr. 9, I think he was at the time, how to skateboard using my words. And you're surprised that I'm a Scorpio. I'm an evolved Scorpio, Sylvie. I'm evolved. I'm too old to get all Scorpio preachy and it takes too much energy now. I can be fiery, don't get me wrong. I can be fiery. Scorpios are blunt. They don't believe in wasting energy on prettying up words. But Australians are very blunt. And it comes from our need to travel distances. In most cases anyway. But brevity of communication is important, because if we've got nowadays it's like a 10-hour drive. And if I want to go to Sydney, it's a 10-hour drive. So I've got to say what I need to say, jump in the car, go, unpack, and there's just not room to pretty things up. So it can come across very blunt. But Scorpios are blunt. Yeah, there is. Before Pluto was discovered, Blue Moss Dragonette, Mars was Scorpio's ruling planet. Then Pluto was discovered, and Pluto became Scorpio's ruling planet. But now Pluto's not considered a planet. So, I appreciate it too, Gemini Jekka, because some people will approach life in a way where, I don't know how to put this. It's like, just blurt it out. I don't have the patience to sit here and wait 10 minutes while you work out how to word it. Just blurt it out. And I feel sometimes that actually shows more of a person's character as well. A confident person will always blurt it out because they don't care about the response. Or, no, that's not true. Confident people can care about the response, but they've learnt not to. So this is the stream I do for my viewers. Feel free to ask anything. Ah, there you go. Yeah, sometimes Blue Moss Dragonette, it does take some people, it's like, what word should I use here? And I go back to what is really English. How your other half is doing. Gemini Jekka, has your other half had a chest infection? No. I'm getting pressure on the chest for some reason, but let's see what happens here. Pressure on the chest for me can also mean anxiety. So we'll see what comes up. Yeah, I feel there's anxiety. Can you understand that, Gemini Jekka? Yeah. I feel the anxiety has to do with a conversation that the two of you had in the past. And I feel it was like, no, I don't want permanency, or no, I don't want official. They're wanting to bring up making it official. And I feel the anxiety stems from that. Just let me know if that resonates. Some reads can be quick. I do get the anxiety lifting pretty soon though. Yeah. I do get the anxiety lifting pretty soon because I feel you're on the same page. I do feel like you are on the same page, Gemini Jekka. It's nice to be on the same page as your person. It happens every now and again. My person hates it when I read 10 pages ahead. And I wouldn't be at all surprised if there's a trip coming up for the two of you. And it's somewhere like we have box hedge mazes here, but I know overseas they have corn mazes where you walk through the corn stalks. You know those big I'm not sure if I can articulate this one, but the life size, yeah, I feel like that would be fun for both of you. You understand what I mean when I say a corn maze. We have box hedge mazes here in Australia. We don't have corn mazes. And I understand corn mazes are much more fun. Okay, Blue Moss Dragonette, I can do that. I've just finished with Gemini Jekka. There is no cue today, Frost Soul. It should be pinned on your Yeah, it should be pinned on. You have a local corn maze. Yeah, there you go. I feel it will open. The activity will open up the conversation too. Or you might. What I got, and I'll stick to what I got, Gemini Jekka, is I got that you would have the conversation and then go there to have fun. So I'll stick with that. Now, Blue Moss Dragonette. I feel the answer is no. You're welcome, Gemini Jekka. But I'm just going to get a deck anyway, Blue Moss Dragonette. I feel the answer is no. I feel there's been communication difficulties, as in not understanding each other very well. Yeah. It's horrible when you have to ask someone to clarify what they mean. And I feel you're having to do that. Frost Soul, yes, I can do that. I'm just reading for Blue Moss Dragonette at the moment, so if it's a reading that's needed. Okay. Oh, thank you, Gemini Jekka, and thank you for popping by. Thank you for trusting me. Okay. I feel like your connection with this person was instantaneous, Blue Moss Dragonette. Can you understand that? And the cards are telling me that my no was slightly off. I feel like there's a bit of a delay, and I feel it has to do with your person's confidence, or the person you spoke of, their confidence. James, you should have a pinned comment that there's no queue today. Yeah, I did pin the comment, yes. Okay, I'm reading for Blue Moss Dragonette. Yeah, but they're not as confident, particularly with emotions. I feel like they're holding back some emotions. But there is a get-together. It's not when you expect, though. I want to say it's delayed. Yeah, I get that. I get that you're emotionally mature. They're not quite there yet. But I do get a meet-up, but not when you're expecting it. I think you've talked about mid-September. I feel like it might be a bit later than that. So hopefully it does. I'm glad it makes sense. Okay. Now, Frost Soul, you asked a question. If it were possible to delay bad things from happening and delay them a few years. Frost Soul, I think you're talking about something I wouldn't resonate with. I don't think it's possible to delay bad things. Bad things happen to good people sometimes. But the good people tend to assess their reaction on something. And even if it means thousands or millions could suffer, there's been volcanoes that have erupted that have killed thousands. And no one would have been able to stop them. There is changes galore going on in society that makes everybody nervous about the future. But those changes, can we stop them? How long ago did they start? Because events, believe it or not, are decades old. They started decades ago. So, is time travel possible? No, we couldn't go back decades to stop them. And at what point, Frost Soul, in the past, would we have to intervene? But I do not think it's possible from stopping something. Unless you're the person going to be doing it. I hope I'm not talking to the next Ted Kaczynski here, but if you're the person that's doing it, stop. But if you're not the person that's doing it, I don't believe it is possible. Because bad events tend to be either climactic, the climate does it, divine timing, or a series of events that was put in place globally decades ago. So hopefully that answers your question, Frost Soul. And if anyone else has a question, feel free to speak up. Feel free to speak up. I think I've lost James as well. But now's the time that you can speak up, that you can ask for something to be included in the stream that's not usually included. Something that you think I can improve on. Of course, there's certain rituals I'm going to do anyway, but just like Horse-Drawn Portrait was unaware, I do start my reads off with a prayer. That will always happen, by the way, if I am going to touch the cards, or if there's even a hint that I'm going to touch the cards. A prayer is done at the start of the stream. But I think I lost Frost Soul anyway, so... But feel free to chime in. This is your stream. You get to ask me whatever questions you want. Whatever questions you want. Nobody's got questions. This is a new thing for me. It might be a very short stream today, actually, with nobody doing questions. I'll do a shout out, because I missed them the last time, so... Missed them the last time. And I am... Blue Moss Dragonet, I know you're still there. You're probably one of the ones in the chat that is still there. Feel free to ask your questions. No wonder you got my VIP badge. But yeah, this is where anybody can ask a question. Anybody can let me know what they would like to see in the streams. feel like that's a tough one. I'm going to use the cards. No. I got caught on the edge. You'd love to see more ASMR. I can do that. I've still got to get my water fountain fixed. I've got to get my tranquility fountain fixed. It's just I go so deep into meditation. Why did you just choke? Bill, I have no idea at the moment. I'm turning the cards for Blue Moss Dragonette. I feel it was something you put in your mouth. And don't laugh at me, but I've choked on bad words before, so the rituals I do to stay sane in this world. Oh, I think that'd be a stream on its own, Blue Moss Dragonette. That would be a stream on its own. That would be a stream on its own. Can you understand Eric having an addiction? Prayers, definitely prayers. I do a meditation before I start streaming. There you go. I feel the trustworthiness of this person. Hey, Brini, welcome in. I feel the trustworthiness of this person. You've invested in this person. Blue Moss Dragonette, I feel you've invested in this person. And it's hard to walk away, but I feel it. You once saw a future with this person, but it is what it is, and I feel that you're in two minds of whether to walk away. I was having this discussion in real life the other day. You can love somebody but not like them very much. And my grandmother used to say that to me when I was a kid. You can love somebody but not like them very much. And I never really knew what it meant. There you go. And I feel you're still stuck in that. I feel it's a necessary walk away, because the mistreatment or the potential to mistreat is still there. And they're not a good provider, is what I want to say, Blue Moss Dragonette. They're not a good provider. Yeah, we can feel that strong attraction. But sometimes it's when somebody needs us. It's wonderful to feel needed. It is blissful to feel needed. And that creates a bonding hormone. And I was going to save the bonding hormone commentary for my Love and Other Mysteries stream on Monday. It's intense because they need you. And feeling needed. When we feel that we're needed and wanted, that is greater than any physical attraction that might be there. And trust me, physical attraction changes. It changes from circumstance to time to to deeds. You know, physical attraction can change, but knowing that we're wanted and needed can be intense. Yeah. And that can override everything and make us feel like it's love. But ask yourself this, Blue Moss Dragonette, can you go through the same mistreatment? I don't believe you can. I feel you're already in two minds of whether to put more energy in or not. So hopefully that did resonate. I feel there's not much coming back. Wish I could have given you better news. Wish I could have given you better news, but that's what the cards were telling me. I have to go with that. Oh, and there is an ad coming up. Okay. Oh, you feel that way about you guys sometimes too. Well, there you go, Bruni. It's feeling desired, feeling wanted and needed is a big aphrodisiac, and it's a big chemical attraction that it creates. And the strange thing is that if we ask someone to do us a favor, it's the person who does the favor that feels that they need to keep investing. Not the person that asked. It's the person that, like, the person that receives the favor is grateful, but it's that gratitude that makes the person who did the favor keep investing. And it's strange. It's all chemical, physiological, chemical thing that builds up in us. And it's our human spidey senses. Now, Bill, did you have a question? Sorry, I just started Blue Moss Dragonette's read when your question popped up. What did you choke on? I really think it might have been my disbelief in being able to change circumstances. Oh, you're welcome, Bruni. I got my shout outs done last stream, but it went a bit weird. And you popped in it right at the end. It had gone weird about an hour before that. And the stream was buzzing. The whole stream was buzzing. And it just blew me away a bit. But this is Feedback Friday. This is where you guys get to say what you would like. I'm experiencing the good effects of this retrograde. I'm experiencing the good impact. Maybe that's my good deeds catching up with me. I don't know. But I'm experiencing the good side of it. And you might be able to tell me why, Bruni. With the super blue moon. Oh, I don't even know. When did that happen? I believe it's coming up. Is it coming up, the super blue moon? I have read about it yesterday and today. Okay. So for us it would be today. The weird thing is, time-wise we're a day in front, but lunar-wise we're not. There you go. Brini, lunar-wise we're a day behind. Sun-wise we're a day in front. in Australia. So it'll be tonight for us. And I would say it's brought in luck. You feel super emotional. Oh, that's Blue Moss Dragonette. Oh. But I'd say for me it's brought in luck. It's brought in happiness. That's just for me. Well, there you go. I didn't even know when it was. So it'll be tonight. I'll go out and have a look tonight. Yeah, I don't know why lunar-wise we're a day behind. Sun-wise we're a day in front. So I'll go out and have a look tonight. Although we had really heavy rain last night at one point. Ah. See, I've already released the stuff that I don't need in my life anymore. I've just been enjoying life. And it's been lucky. As in events falling into place. Oh. The moon transited Saturn, leaving posh to check. Okay. Yes, I have been leading. Look, it's only because I had a small procedure done. I'm leaning to one side. There, and I hydrated. Thank you, Blue Moss Dragonette. Yeah, it's no cue today, Brainy, so it's just ask your question or have your comment. Because you can comment on what you would like to see in the stream. And I believe it was Blue Moss Dragonette who wanted to hear about, oh, it froze. Just checking the bit rate. Bit rate's good my end. Bit rate's good my end. But this is the chance that everybody has to comment on what they would like to see in the stream, if they would like to see something different. Blue Moss Dragonette asked me to include how I stay sane in this world. What rituals, what, I suppose superstitions, because they are, to each individual, they're their own personal superstitions. It's like, who else lights a candle? I light a candle in remembrance of someone. They're all individual, the rituals. It's what works for you. You like what I'm doing. Oh, thank you, Breenie. Oh, mwah. Let's see. You want a reading? Do you have a question? I believe it's about your person, but we'll see. Just let me know your question, Breenie. It's just if I keep doing the tune-in Tuesdays all the time, each stream, it takes a lot of energy out of me because part of my aura gets used to read. Yeah, it's always part of my aura gets used every single time. And if you can hear a banging, it's kids kicking a football against a fence. They should be using the opposite fence where they know there is no car they can hit. Okay. I feel like, can you understand head over heels? I'm getting the giggles. I'm getting... I'm feeling Pisces energy here. I don't know how that it impacts you, Breenie. Okay. If you can understand how it impacts you, I'm seeing that this connection is motivational. It's a change from the past. You're a Pisces. Okay. You might have told me that. I honestly cannot remember. But it's also like there's a seductive, motivational, fulfilling dance that goes on. Even though on paper you would be opposites. You're worried about being charmed, like a false sense of security. I do feel like your person resonates as straight. That's your relationship. I get good energy from it, but I get that your person resonates as straight. Okay. You're disappointed that to proceed with this person, you have to put in a lot of time, or you're in a position where what they want is straight as well. I get that. Have the courage to give it a go. Oops, I knocked the camera. I feel this is a good energy, but it's challenging your perception. There's a bit of opposition there. Yeah. Have the patience and courage to risk. Because I feel they're risking with you. They're risking themselves with you. Don't ask me what the risk is, but I feel like it's trust. It's based in trust. And I also feel that you've had luck this full moon too. You've had the same sort of luck. Yeah. But also supportive of the other things as well. It's like they're not, they're straight, but they're not redneck, is what I get. They're not redneck. Because I see fun. I see fun and laughter. Yeah. I feel you will actually come to some sort of arrangement or agreement with them. And they're the romantic. Ooh la la. You're reevaluating your position, I feel, Breenie. Because they're the romantic. They're quite confident within themselves, and you're challenged by it. And sometimes people who challenge us can be good for us. They help us continually grow. I do see a possible future, but that's in your hands. Yeah. But being at home means you can have the studio you want. It's like reevaluate. I get reevaluate. The fun is still going to be there. I feel that the love is definitely genuine. And your person's taking a risk. I feel they know where you stand, but they're taking a risk anyway. I feel it's less than what you're perceiving, Brainy. If that makes any sense at all. It's less than what you're perceiving. Yeah, you're perceiving the darker side of it. I'm perceiving somebody that wants to provide everything. Ah. I feel you will reevaluate this one. And you've still got a few years, Brainy, so you don't have to make up your mind straight away. And I feel all your person wants to know is that it's not off the table. That's all your person wants to know, is that that's not off the table. As in what we're going to discuss in the future. They want to know it will remain on the table. So there's no rush to make a decision. They would like it sooner rather than later, but they're not going to push it. And I feel you've met this person's family too. So you know family-wise is different than what you've experienced before. Okay, so yes, I am doing reads. I am also listening to what you have to say about my stream. Well, then keep saying that. It's not off the table. I just need the security. Yeah, but his family's different than what you're used to. I feel they stick up for one another. There's this like cliquey bond. And trust me, once you're a member of that family, there's no getting away. It's like, yeah, it's like glue. But anyway, viewers, this is your chance to say what you would like to have included in my stream, what you would... that's why I get the glue. They put family first. I've got a friend in real life that's going through a similar thing, Brainy. They're taking it one day at a time. They're allowing the person to reveal their true nature over time. And I feel you can do that. But viewers and chatters, feel free to have your comments. And I know Bill did ask something, but whether Bill's still there or not, I don't know. Yeah, you did ask something, Bill. Did I get it right? If it's a no, you can say no just as loudly as a yes. I don't mind. Yeah, I don't think your person's going anywhere either. I get the head over heels feeling. the chat's dwindled and gone quiet. Should I threaten to stop streaming? You can ask for a reading. You can ask different questions. I know, and I don't think it's going to change. It will continue to be great, and I feel that it will get better. I feel that, yeah, the straight life is a bit daunting, but that the provider energy is huge. Whether it's happening now or not, I don't know, but I think you said it wasn't. But the provider energy is huge. Yeah. But give it time. You don't have to make a decision straight away. He's not going anywhere. Anyway, chatters or viewers, if you're in there, start chatting. Yeah. Don't you love it when they're just decent? A decent human being. Decent human beings will always be decent human beings. But I am just about to sign off. So I'll just see who else is on. I thought the chat would be going a bit quicker. Not quicker as in lots of conversation, but I thought people would have opinions. Yeah, you can't fault anyone for being good or being decent. No matter how they identify. If they're a decent person, they're a decent person. Okay, here we go. You and I keep skipping each other, Brini. I'd love a chance to raid you at one point. But, oh, Lady Palace Athena, I've just started. It hasn't been quiet, but I've just started to raid. I'll send you off to Blue Light Oracle. And I'll catch you next stream. Bye for now.